It is time, gentlemen, for the PFF Mock Draft Simulator.
Do we need him to Zoom?
Oh, no. Damon, you're going to have to tell me how to do that again.
It's Command and then the plus button. And let's get a good, 4 presses, maybe.
No, that's
maybe 3.
Then I can't see anything.
That's pretty good,
right?
That's a lot better.
Okay, bro. All right, so I selected all. We're picking all. Even though I'm controlling the mouse, we will go in order. So I will pick first, then Damon, then Bo gets pick 3, which basically means nothing. All right, let's do it. No trades, at least right now. On the clock, we're going to start draft here. And, the biggest shocker.
Come on, are we really going to open up Caleb Williams' profile?
All right.
Just make the selection. Let's get through 1, 2, 3 quick here.
Wow, Bo's just really putting the heat on me. All right, Damon, on the clock, Washington.
He had a pretty good point. I don't know what the dilly-dallying was about there, but I'm going to take Jaden Daniels here.
Going with the former Sun Devil quarterback. Man, you got to go down the board a little bit.
Where is Jaden Daniels? This is where Trevor Sycamore.
There he is, 21st ranked prospect.
Yeah, they're not a fan. They must have watched that bowl game he played in Tempe how many years ago. There we go. Bo Brock on the clock.
The Patriots are going to select Drake May, and it's going to end his career right away.
The Mayflower, Bo.
That's right.
That's a
Mayflower.
Great nickname.
It is.
That's so good, Damon. All right. Next up.
All right. What's Johnny going to do?
Do the right thing.
Let's check. Wow. The Giants are, they're the first team that comes to mind. Well, let's take a look here. Well. Flipping well. What about this right here? How would you guys feel about this right here?
A pick swap and a future first?
Yeah.
Bo, you're controlling the Giants, so you get to negotiate here, I feel like.
Oh, man. That's not a bad point.
It's a great point by Damon.
But it's tough because I have a heavy bias. Like, I'm just going to be like, maybe throw in 47, 70 in their entire draft.
No, we have to make it fair.
I know. I mean, do you want to stick and pick or do you want to seek out?
I think Austin Ford would take this trade, by the way. You get the Giants who are
not
terrible
getting anything.
You're
not getting anything? Okay. So you're just getting a future 1 and your pick swap.
Yeah, and then you get Neighbors at 6, and you get the Giants 1 next year, and you have
don't
2
know
ones
what Damon's
doing
at 5.
Yeah, Damon could be a wild card there. I'm going to offer this trade to you. What do you want? Do you want this trade? If you're the Giants, could you see the Giants doing this?
Yeah, I could see it with as competitive as it is.
So I'm going to force this trade. I'm not going to trade Kyler Murray. Why is that happening? There we go.
You're going to force it?
Well, yeah, because if you're making the trade, or do I need to offer it?
Just
without
offer
force. They accepted it. So we own the first round pick of the Giants next year. We've moved down 2 spots. Why is it saying trade again?
So are you taking this pick or am I taking this pick?
I think this now.
It's JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. So we'll just find JJ McCarthy.
28th ranked prospect.
All right. Damon's on the clock. Everybody's pissing me in the chat.
You put me in the worst possible position. I've never seen anything like this.
This is very realistic, folks. Welcome to the show.
I don't want to corrupt the draft.
You think we were just going to turn on the mics tonight and play patty cake? No. This is all part of the plan.
Do you understand what my predicament is here, though?
I absolutely do. This couldn't have actually fallen any better.
This is
Should
impossible.
We look at his stats? I feel like I haven't looked at his stats in a while.
What does a true hold the liner do? When Marvin Harrison Jr. is presented to you, do you just take him? Because I think that if you're a true hold the liner, no matter what team you're,
he's got to be the pick.
But I'm in my Harbaugh hat right now. I have my Harbaugh pleated khakis on, and I'm thinking we really need some offensive line help.
Oh, Damon, that's not true.
I'm really starting to feel that way.
I don't know.
He's guzzling whole milk.
Football's won in the trenches, gentlemen.
Albright told us Friday they don't love Joe Alt. So it's not Marvin versus Alt. It's Marvin versus Malik Neighbors.
I'd like to trade with the Chicago Bears at number 9.
Oh my goodness!
So you're trading away the rights. You're just doing what the Cardinals, what Johnny just did.
This is hot on Twitter right now. All right, so I will force this trade. We will allow this to be forced. What do you think Harbaugh would do for this pick?
A first next year.
I'm forcing this trade because I think this is very realistic. We're in the realism business here. Let's throw in a. I think they'd have. Yeah. Yeah, I think a first probably gets it done, Damon. We're forcing this trade.
And Bo, you're the Bears. Just FYI, just put you on the clock there.
Okay. I'll take Marvin Harrison Jr. Did I just make back-to-back picks?
Yeah.
Am I the greatest GM?
So I was 1, 4. I get to pick this. Neighbors.
You gonna trade out?
No.
Johnny, I'm pretty sure you get this pick too.
Okay. I'm going to go Joe Alt for Tennessee. Chalk it, baby.
And then I think this is me, and I'm going to go with Latu.
Latu, the trendy pick. Jumps into it. Dallas Turner. All right, let's get back on track here. Damon's much better at math than we are.
So I'm up.
Bo's up.
I think no, because you were the Bears, so I took your pick here.
Got it.
I'll go with
probably Fuaga, right?
I'll go with the Dunze. They have terrible receivers, man.
I don't hate that because you know what? You got a first and you got a player that you probably really like still. Damon, I don't know. They like J.C. Latham, but your decision. Rome.
Yeah.
Rome. All right, so
Johnny's back on the clock, and then Damon's up next.
Jets, baby. What a terrible franchise the Jets are. Brock Bowers. Yeah, I don't know. I think, let's see. I like Fuaga here. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's worth a top 10 pick.
All right, Damon.
How are our friends in Minnesota doing after all this, I wonder?
Times are tough.
I mean, yeah, this isn't a good spot to be in if you're the Vikings here. Scroll down a little bit.
A lot of QBs here for them to pick. Things are going well for them.
Scroll back up. What does it say they need there?
Well, they say they needed tight end. Hawkinson's leg
That's crazy.
Exploded, but I mean, I think it's a corner here.
Yeah.
I mean, is it Quinyon Mitchell? I've seen Quinyon mocked to them a lot, Damon.
Yeah, we can go with Quinyon.
All right, so I'm on the clock. I'm the Denver Broncos. Yes. Another team that their fan base is going to be upset they didn't get up and get a quarterback. But I'm going to go with Terrion Arnold.
Yeah, they like their corners, don't they? Can't wait for Terrion never to play under Vance Joseph. Raiders here. I think this is a Brock Bowers pick here. Their tight end room's sus ever since Darren Waller left. I think they need some more sex appeal, some more cachet on offense.
Brock Bowers screams sex appeal. Have you ever seen him?
He does. He absolutely does.
Is this me here?
New Orleans.
We're going to go J.C. Latham here.
I like that pick.
Is this too early for Brian Thomas Jr. for the Colts?
No, I don't think so at all.
They've got a wide receiver 1 in Pittman Jr. But Anthony Richardson, they want to set him up for success.
Didn't they have a rookie last year who was pretty solid?
Yeah. I mean, there's talk of them coming up in the top 10 for somebody.
What's their offensive line like? So they need it says wide receiver, defensive back. Are they Cooper DeJean? Cooper DeJean stay in the Midwest, or does
Let's
he go?
not be fooled by PFF's, let's just call it questionable big board at times.
Dallas Turner on the board here.
Yeah,
Pretty interesting.
his slide. Let's end his slide here. Take him 15th
Yeah.
overall.
All right. Seattle, who I loathe, on the clock here with some options. This makes sense. Keep it home in Washington. I know they took a couple tackles a few years back, but I'm just going chalk here with Troy out of Washington. I don't really love the quarterback market for them. I think with a defensive head coach, they're going to try to prop up that offense just a little bit more. So I think you get an interchangeable offensive lineman for Seattle. Pick 16.
All right.
So what do the
Damon's-
Jags need here?
What they're saying,
I would say defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look O-line too.
Yeah.
I mean, they just lost Ridley too. Does Mitchell or Thomas Jr. play in there? Couple him with Christian
Brian
Kirk?
Thomas Jr. be interesting for sure.
Who else do they have at receiver? Gabe Davis?
Yeah, they gave him a dumb contract. They're just not very smart. Balky's kind of dumb. Balky's taking a lot of first-round tackles and receivers, so that would be par for the course.
I'll go with. I'm not going to go with Brian Thomas Jr. quite yet. I mean, are they set at tackle? Because I kind of want to go Fashanu here, but
Okay, yeah. No, they've got. I don't know if they got how good their tackle play is, honestly. Chat, keep us honest here. Not on the Jags beat as much as I'd like.
You're not a Jags sicko. You don't know their depth chart.
How about this right
boards?
here, Damon? That might make some sense.
I mean, put him opposite Allen, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Keep him in Florida.
Although they took that bust Trayvon Walker, they're probably still trying to justify that. So where you go, Coop?
I'll go with Fashanu.
Okay.
Screw it.
It's about where we expect him to go.
That's a tough beat for the Bengals because I think they would have taken Fashanu.
Look at that.
agree.
Let's just count real fast. We had 4 quarterbacks, haven't had one yet. 3 receivers, but look how many tackles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles in the top 17 picks. Good Lord.
All right. So now Bengals are on the clock, and I think they'll go trenches. Byron Murphy II or Johnny Newton here.
Yeah. Their fan base really wants Jerzon Newton for what it's worth.
All right, let's do it. Let's make them happy.
All right.
It's tough because that's a target down at 27, but that's a long way to go.
Yeah. Peter Schrager seems pretty convinced the Rams are going to go offense, so I'll keep the tackle train moving here.
The interior of their offensive line is set.
Yeah, they're loaded there.
They just signed a guard. They kept Doxson. So
I could
they
see
could
them.
go.
I could see them really liking Barton, but yeah, I'll go Mims here. I don't know. He's a little raw. What about they've got Puka, they've got Cooper Kupp.
Could they go defense?
Yeah, I mean, is it too easy just to say Byron Murphy?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron
Donald?
Donald retires. I kind of like that. I hate it for the Cardinals, but I like that for them.
Let's do that. Back to a run on D tackles here.
I'm gonna go Mims here for the Steelers.
I like it.
Pick I've seen in a lot of drafts.
With Russ.
Bogut's Damon's precious Dolphins here.
The Dolphins. Yeah, let's go with Barton or JPJ here, Damon. You can help me out with this one.
I would take JPJ or Cooper, probably.
Let's go with the offensive lineman. Let's go Jackson Powers Johnson.
This O-line class, man, it's something special. Philadelphia's on the clock. This is
Georgia guy.
Yeah, well, I honestly think like Cooper DeJean, Philadelphia. I could see them loving Cooper DeJean. So
He feels like an Eagle or like maybe a Packer.
yeah, I've said that since day one, Damon. 100%.
Jared Verse in the 20s. So the Vikings on the clock for their second first-round pick.
Who did we take?
Still don't
with
have
the
a quarterback. You want Bo Nix here? He's available. He's going to be available next round too.
I think I got the Vikings for both picks, I think.
That's nice.
Come on, Quasey.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. This is just gonna be the harsh reality for Vikings fans watching this. This is what happens if you don't pay up.
Seriously, well, that's why we've been talking about this for 2 months. People think we just make shit up.
They're gonna come out of here with Quinyon Mitchell and Jared Verse.
I mean, I like both those players.
They invested a lot on the edge, though. I feel like this, like a lot of money.
They got Grenard and they got Van Ginkel.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, they kind of lost their horses. So I don't think that they would be done adding at the position because you need more than 2 pass rushers.
They don't have a second-round pick. They don't have a quarterback. Who's playing quarterback for them? Darnold? Like, they have to get a quarterback. They have no second-round pick.
I mean, you think that Bo Nix is like ready to light up the NFL as a rookie?
I think that they're going to be, if they're not trading up for McCarthy, it's going to be Nix. Yeah. But you pick who you want. But
all right, let's take Michael Penix then. Let's take Michael Penix.
Holy hell.
But like, we'll just talk it through. They don't have a second. This is what they're going to have to do. Their fan base is so ignorant too. They're like, we're good. You're not good. You're the opposite of good.
So I'm up, and the Cowboys are on the clock. They just got rid of Gallup. They've got CD, who was fantastic last year, that they're going to give the bag.
Feels like they have a lot of needs.
They do. Yeah, look at that. I mean, interior defensive line.
I mean, this is pretty shocking right here.
Yeah, it is wild. Brian Thomas Jr., is he too good to pass up at that point?
I think it's like a CD situation with them. I think they would take him.
All right. It pains me to do that, but
BTJ, they draft pretty well.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think maybe a Barton play there, but I'll go with Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas probably goes from one of these 3 teams. So yeah. All right. Packers on the clock. O-line, Graham Barton. We'll go chalk here. Duke player.
He just feels like a Packer, doesn't he?
He does.
I
mean, destroyed Pitt. I mean, it's...
Why did you say that? Why is that a thing?
That was such a random call out.
I mean, what he did to the Panthers in Pitt, is unspeakable.
God damn,
what a game! I'll remember where I was when he was putting on that performance.
How could you forget?
For those hoping, just real quick, after this pick goes in, I mean, like, you got a couple guys left, and then it's like, see you next year. I mean, that's what happens with this O-line group.
Yeah.
Get
ready to speak project good interior guys. Lineman. Yep, absolutely.
All right. Barton goes with my pick to the Packers. Damon is on the clock with the Bucks.
All right. What do we need here? A million things? Let's take Jared Verse. Let's keep him in Florida.
Todd Bowles, baby.
That's tough. That's tough.
You know what to do.
That was you almost had Jared Verse fall all the way into Monty's lap at 27. That would have been huge. All right.
Should the Cardinals have traded up from 27? Did we miss an opportunity there?
I think for either Barton or Verse or one of the tackles would have been good, but I think they're in a pretty good spot. So let's take a look. So I don't think they like Wiggins at 170 pounds at the
Peyton Wilson.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson, off-ball linebacker.
Really special player.
Don't even open up his body.
What school is this? You got a 91 against
Virginia Military. It's Virginia Military. That's VMI.
I was going to say something disrespectful, but I won't now. That looks like the creative school you did in like NCAA football back in the day. I created a university.
Yeah. Man, Zach Frazier might be the play here. The times are tough.
What about a trade? What about a trade down? Let's say the Chiefs wanted to come up for a Donnie Mitchell. I think that's a realistic scenario. Hang on. So you're picking, then I'm picking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So like Damon, you're in charge of the Chiefs. So you're gonna have to do this deal.
There's no trade. I mean,
you just say they could come up and get Donnie Mitchell.
What
are they
I mean,
giving
keep
up?
scrolling. I feel like PFF has a different board than like a lot of people sometimes. Where like there might be some pretty decent players on the board still that we
There
just
are.
didn't see yet.
I like Morgan.
Oh,
I
here
like,
you go. Right here.
There's your
I like-
boy.
It
I
might
mean,
be
I
the
think
play.
a lot of these players are fine. Fisk, I mean, you're fine. But I think again, you trade down and get one of these guys.
Yeah. I like Chop or Jordan Morgan here. Let's see what the chat's saying.
I think it's Chop. I love PFF. I think Chop Robinson's a first round pick, guys. I mean, 90 grade.
You're making me not want to do it. just how gung ho you are.
Iowa has really good offensive line play. He beat the shit out of the Hawkeyes. Look at that. 95?
I mean, it's not Graham Barton versus Pitt performance, but it's up there.
I don't want to influence you. You pick who you want. I already gutted this fan base by what I did earlier. So
Chop is the favorite here in the chat. Eric B said, and get to the Choppa. You got people saying Kool-Aid or Nate Wiggins. Donnie picking spreads like Wiggins. But yeah, let's go Chop Robinson.
Chop it up, baby.
Here's why
10 players.
Here's why I would take Chop over Darius Robinson out of Mizzou is just because he's a true edge. He's a true off-ball linebacker. So, I mean, not off-ball linebacker, outside linebacker.
Edge rusher. Yeah. Nice work. All right, but Bills are on the clock. They steal Adonai Mitchell. They have no wide receivers. Mitchell, 6'4", 196 from Texas. That's easy peasy.
Put him on my fantasy team. Year one.
Bombs away. Josh Allen, baby.
Who's up?
Right. We're going for the Lions here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take Kool-Aid.
They like Bama players. Jameson. They've taken some Bama players under Jameson Williams, and then they took the back last year.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Both from Alabama. So this is their third first-round pick from Bama during this era.
All right, so Ravens are on the clock. They did well by getting a wide receiver finally last year. Could they go offensive line? Could they go edge? They've got a center of the future, though. I mean, he's already locked in. Let's go. Let's get wiggy with it. Let's go Nate Wiggins here. That was my last pick.
Yeah. Hate the Niners. They are desperate for interior help. I think Zach Frazier's an easy pick here. Put a bow on it, Damon Dog.
Let's just make Ladd a Chief.
That'd be wild.
That feels right, doesn't it?
Ladd and Hollywood Brown, they have upgraded their wide receiver room pretty decently. We got an award. Congrats, dude.
I got an award. All right, first round mock draft. I am going to. How do I zoom out? There we go. Here it is. Can everybody see it? Zoom out one more time.
Yep.
There it is. The whole shebang. Cardinals exit the first round with Malik Neighbors. I said 2 Big Ten players later. I didn't even know. I forgot I passed on Marvin. Malik Neighbors, Chop Robinson, and a first-round pick next year. How would you guys feel? Pulse of the fan base Thursday night if that happens. What do you think goes down?
Man. I mean, just getting Marvin makes the pick like Chop Robinson at 27. It's kind of a project pass rusher because he wasn't productive at Penn State.
Yeah.
He just wasn't. I mean, you like him joining forces with Nick Rollis and Jonathan Gannon, but it's not as it doesn't blow you away. Like Malik Neighbors, you can spin it, you can get behind it. He's going to be making plays for him for the future, but it's not Marvin Harrison Jr. and Chop and like the delayed gratification of the future first round pick. Like you're not going to feel that until next draft season, but it's good. I'm just saying you're not going to blow people away with it.
Yeah, nobody fell, Damon, to 27 that we felt like, oh, that's a steal, right?
Like I mean, you were one pick away. You were one pick away from Jared Verse, 2 picks away from Graham Barton. You know, I think that those guys you get excited about. But like this what this mock draft really truly shows is testament as far as the Vikings and what their urgency should be to get a quarterback.
It's a joke that if they don't have urgency. It's a joke. You're a joke if you don't come up.